see how did God work in the past when his servants were in situations similar in some way or the other to what I'm going through in life, whatever storm I may be facing. How did God work then?
In Touch with Dr. Charles Stanley, teaching biblical truths that transform lives.
Welcome back to Hola Houston. Halloween night takes place on a Sunday this month, but at the Children's Museum of Houston, the party gets started 2 weeks in advance of the 31st. 2 spine-tingling weeks, according to the museum folks. And here to tell us more from the Children's Museum of Houston is Henry Yao. Henry, as always, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Halloween is coming up, and little kids like to get dressed up and go out trick-or-treating and get candy. And, of course, they'll be doing all that this year. But the Children's Museum of Houston also kind of opens its doors for Halloween, right? So what have you got planned this year?
That's right. Beginning October 19th through the 31st, basically 2 weeks of Halloween. We start early, and we want kids to come and trick-or-treat at the museum. It's a safe place to do it.
Yeah.
We're offering...
Now, including the 2 weeks leading up to...
That's right.
Just the Sunday of Halloween.
That's right. We're doing trick-or-treating every day from 4 to 6 p.m. 2 hours to go crazy, to go out. We have different trick-or-treating stations, so it works like a scavenger hunt. So they go around
do they get actual candies, or do they get other treats?
No, not candy yet. That's a little too much for us for 2 weeks.
Okay.
So what we do is we offer them trinkets and goodies for the first part of the Halloween thing, and then during Halloween, that's when we offer candy.
All right, and you got here a display of something that looks like eyeballs in this jar here.
That's right.
Is it, or what is it?
They are eyeballs. Actually, these are...
I'm going to have to keep an eye on
actually, you actually can't see it, but we actually have here are what we call the water marbles, and they're hidden, basically pellets.
Just hold it up like that between your... So try to...
Yeah, and this, what we're trying to teach them here, we're trying to teach them about super absorbent polymers. And basically what this is, it starts off as a little pellet. It soaks up water.
3 times the amount of water, huh?
Yeah, 300 times.
Wow.
And but what's cool about it is you really can't see it because the light refracts the same way it refracts with water, so you can't really see through it.
Wow. Well, you can't see these eyeballs. What are these for?
Oh, these are just so that kids can see the other stuff in it. Otherwise, it doesn't look like just empty water.
Somebody needs to get the red out. Whatever.
Some
All right. Now you got the green slime machine there, or what is that?
That's right. It is slime, and what we're doing is, as part of our science thing, we want kids to get their hands dirty, and what I
want them to get them dirty.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely. That's part of what Halloween is. And so I have here, this is PVA, which is polyvinyl alcohol, and this is what plastic companies use to coat films, to coat surfaces against gasoline.
Okay.
And so what you do is, you take 2 ounces of this, you pour it right here.
You tried this out before, right?
Actually, this is my first time.
You're not going to blow up the station.
I've seen people do it. I'll try not to. I've seen people do it, but actually, this is my first time doing it here. And then we have here the cross-linker, which is actually it's borax, basically, which is kind of like a detergent.
All right.
So what happens here? I'm going to put in a tablespoon of this, and then we're going to mix it up. And instantly, once you start mixing it, it'll turn into this instant slime.
Wow.
So
that's pretty awesome.
Yeah, so this is what kids are going to get to do at the museum. Yeah. We're actually going to be making three types of slime. Yeah, I'm getting.
All right. Well, no, that looks pretty awesome. And of course, that's what you get the kids to kind of get their hands and.
That's right. And
all the gooey
it's
stuff.
all about and this is also about polymers. These are we're trying to teach some science as well with Halloween stuff.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing about the Children's Museum. I mean, that's the whole goal, is that they're having fun, and at the same time, they may not even be aware of it, but they're actually learning things.
That's right. That's what.
So they're learning about the mixture of those chemicals.
Correct. Yeah. Definitely.
All right. Well, let's get to back to Halloween itself. You got 2 weeks going into it, and people can go over there and have a great time. What do they call it? Mind tingling or spine tingling?
What we do is we turn the museum into the Happy Halloween Mansion for 2 weeks, so that each exhibit has its own different theme. Like, for example, Kitropolis, the city for kids, turns into like a ghost town, and then we have the science station, which turns into like the mad scientist lab.
Yeah.
So we have all these different things for kids, and within those places, they have different activities related to Halloween. We also have story time for kids, so they can hear all the Halloween stories that are very popular.
Now, if a parent is sitting there there and thinking, okay, that sounds pretty fun. I've got a child, a young child. What's the best ages for kids to really enjoy it? What is the Children's Museum targeted? What age group?
Oh, we target everybody, and there really is something for everybody. We have our own very own Tosspot exhibit, which is for kids who are 36 months and under.
Wow.
And then we have all the other exhibits, which are they range from 5 until 13.